we said anything that you have in mind, I can always help you to get it from China. Hi guys, my name is Monica and welcome back to my YouTube channel. We said here we talk about money, we talk about investment, we talk about the importation business and other kind of businesses and hustle. So guys, in our today's video, this is something that some of you guys have requested this. You want to know, how do Monica do her importation? Or how did I start my importation business? So guys, stay tuned. So guys, as I had said before, I had planned my journey to go to China, but I had not planned it on business purposes. I planned to go to China for some work. And if you guys, you haven't checked the video that I did on my story time, how I came to go to China, you can check it out and I'll leave it on the description box. So immediately I've landed in China. Importation was not in my mind, but of course I was excited. So well, I'm already in China, and there came a time I wanted to buy some few items, my personal items. And at this time, well, I already knew that most of the products come from China, but business was not hitting my mind at all. So when it came my time to, like, I want to buy my own personal things, that's when I realized this is super cheap. And it was cheap as compared to my country. So there came to a time whereby I got so many inboxes and people could ask me, oh, can you help me can I get this item over there? Can you check if I can get this item there? And this is when I thought, oh wow, why not make it a business? Because people are asking for this. And at this time, well, I knew how to buy items in China because I could buy my own personal items, but then I didn't know how to import. How am I going to take these commodities out of this country, that is China, to my country back in Kenya? So what happened next? I also had another friend and I asked them, like, oh, maybe I might be interested in this kind of a business. And that is when my friend told me, oh, like, do something as much as you are working or doing those other kind of items. Do business, because of course so many people import from China and sometimes they don't have someone to source for them. So do business. And this person helped me, guided me immediately after you buy your items and you confirm the quality is good, how you go about it to make sure that your goods arrive in your country. I made my first importation business from friends who could ask me, oh, can you source for me this, can you source for me this item? And after some time I decided, well, let me form a WhatsApp group where I can be consolidating these goods together, and then after I purchase them, I'm going to send them to my country, Kenya. And that is how I began. My journey. And since then, I have been doing this now and then, although I don't do it on a full-time basis because I've got other things to work on. So guys, the other question comes here, how do you get your suppliers? I know I did a video on some of these places where you can get your suppliers, and if you guys haven't checked out this video, I think it's high time you do check that video and see where you can get your suppliers from China. Because if you can't afford, or maybe you are not in a position to travel like how I did travel, you need these platforms to get your suppliers. So guys, make sure you check out on that video. Then how did I get my suppliers? Of course, I was in China and I got the suppliers from there. And so it became easy for me because even if you want to confirm how is this quality where you are there, it's easy. It's not like as if you are in the US and you have to make this sample and then it has to come all the way from China to the US or UK. And so for me it was that easy. And again, someone else asked me, why can't you source goods for us? Let me tell you why it is difficult for me to source you goods. Of course I can source for you goods, but here comes the thing. Do you know me? You don't know me. right? We are strangers. As much as you follow me, we are strangers. But then again, for me, the method that I use to get suppliers, it's different. The method that I use to pay my goods, it's different. And I know if you are getting your suppliers on Alibaba, for example, it is wise. Don't allow don't agree on terms of like getting out of that platform to pay for those goods, right? That is correct, and that is how it should be done. But in my case, I pay my goods on their personal account, on their WeChat or Alipay. So it's quite different. If, for example, we say you want me to source for you the goods from China, and when it comes to payment, like I'll tell you, this is the method I use, WeChat or I use Alipay to pay my suppliers. It will be different for you because you will be feeling like how assured am I that this goods will be delivered. So that's why I can't source for you you guys goods unless we know each other and we trust each other. That's the only way it can work. Otherwise, guys, I have done so many videos, and I'm sure you are trying on how you can get your own supplier, and I believe everything is possible. So after I purchased these goods and I came to understand this is the procedure on which you can import, I have purchased the goods and they arrive at my address. And after they arrive at my address, I had to confirm how is the quality, did the supplier send the correct sizes and colors and the like. But guys, even before we come to like the goods have arrived, let me tell you, the beginning of this journey was not easy. Because I remember I got to one point and I decided like I don't want my goods any longer to come to my address. Do you know why? Because my Chinese was pathetic, and every time, you know, in China what happens if you order an item and then it arrives to your address, once it arrives and maybe, you know, the delivery person gets to your address and maybe knocks or rings the bell, and then maybe there is no response, what will happen next? Of course, they will call you. And even before when they ring the bell, sometimes they just call you to tell you, oh, this your item has arrived, maybe come and pick it up, maybe somewhere, or maybe at your door, come and pick it up. So I got to a point where I decided I don't want my goods any longer to come to my address because my Chinese was pathetic. And so I found it a bit hectic, although sometimes I could like ask my colleagues, the Chinese colleagues, I tell this Kwaidi person to leave my goods at the supermarket, I'll come and pick them after work instead of leaving them at my doorstep, you know. And so it wasn't easy. So I decided like to tell another friend of mine who was good at Chinese, please, can my goods be coming to your address, and then you can just help me confirm the sizes, the colors and the quality before we now decide it is now time to ship these goods. And well, it worked for me because my friend was so much supportive. Well, so after the goods, like my goods could arrive in the house, in my address or my friend's address, the next item after confirming everything else, it was now taking the goods to the warehouse, to the shipping agent. And after the shipping agent confirms the goods are there, of course I leave the rest to them, and then they will ship the goods. And then back in Kenya, I had someone who I could tell, oh, please go to the warehouse in Kenya and pick these goods. And then all the goods I would make sure that I have indicated, oh, this and these items belong to this person, so that to make sure that once the goods arrive there isn't going to be a mixture of items. And then I could contact them via WhatsApp. So you see, guys, it is possible like for you to start the importation business. It is not always like you have to, you know, like you have to be physically present there. Actually, even if you are in another country, let's assume you're in the US and you want to ship your goods from China to Kenya or to any other country, it is very possible. Nowadays, with the online business and technology things, everything is easy, and you're able to monitor how are your goods are moving around. So guys, when we come to suppliers, I have said that I got my suppliers from China because I lived in China. And most of the time some people would like, oh, give me your supplier. Sometimes it is difficult for me to give you the suppliers. I'm not being selfish, I'm sorry to say so, but as most of these suppliers that I got from China, some of them can rarely speak any English apart from maybe saying hi and thank you, and so it is going to become difficult for you. I know some of these platforms like Alibaba, you will get some suppliers who can speak English fluently, and so you are able to communicate. So guys, that was my importation journey. That is how I began. And if at all you're having any trouble on importation business, I'm always here to help. And at some extent, if you can't get it how to do the importation business, I'm always here to help. But I'm only here for the serious people, like, you know, you have done your own research and you know this is what I want, this is what I want. Because why I say this is because for the past few days I got some people who are like contacting me, and you know, you can spend like almost half a day talking to these people, and the things that you're explaining to them, you have already tackled them in your videos. So guys, watch my videos, and if you have any question, you can leave it on the comment section, and let me know how can I help you in your importation business. Yeah, and anything we said, anything that you have in mind, I can always help you to, you know, to get it from China. So thank you guys so much for watching this video, and guys, please share this information, it might be helpful to someone, and don't forget to like the video and subscribe. Bye bye and 再见